Therefore, when Alexander died, Nicholas II began to rise. He took the throne with reluctance. His charisma lacked sustenance. He wasn't suited for autocracy. He continually favored the aristocracy. He ignored the problems of the poor and lost the Russo-Japanese war. There was a little known fact. German princess was behind the act. The peasants marched down to the Czar's palace, where the guards responded with cruel mouths. Workers showed up with a peaceful petition. Instead, they were hailed with a red ammunition. On the ground, their bodies did lay. The massacre of boys a day. This is the revolution of 1905. Revolts, riots, and revolution. A public outcry with October Manifesto and Duma. The revolution did die. That was the revolution of 1905. Although the peasants no longer land efficient, these changes were not sufficient. Meanwhile, the Czar led his army into World War I, leaving his wife alone with his son. Their son Alexis had a rare disease, and Gregory Rasputin knew how to please. He cured her son in their darkest hour. Through the queen, he rose to power. He had sex without restraint. He took a ball of poison and didn't even faint. Secretly, he controlled the crown. He took bullets and instead he drowned. Women textile workers wanted bread and peace, and an entire revolution was released. They took down the Romanov dynasty in order to restore order and peace. This is the February-March Revolution of 1917. Bread, peace, and revolution. While the Czar leaves provisional government under Alexander Kerensky. That was the February-March Revolution. Vladimir Lenin was exiled for being a Marxist. He leads the Russian Revolution and makes Kerensky exit. He single-handedly alters Russia's fate when he declares it a communist state. He exits World War I and starts a civil war against those that support the Czar. Leon Trotsky starts the Red Terror under the name of making everyone fair. The whites and the rich, the Reds and Bolsheviks, all fought with each other in the thick of war and entered the Shaka and Russian propaganda and censorship and communist parties. The Red Army took up arms, collective armed communism, rise, enterprises, bourgeois nation, communism, education, and distribution, tried to stop revolution with any peak when it was temporary. And so Stalin entered the field, calling himself the Man of Steel, and Lenin died. He threw out Leon Trotsky, creating around him a cult of personality. He took over Russia with an iron hand, sending millions to labor camps, enforced industrialization and globalization, completely controlling the entire nation. This is the Soviet Union of 1929. It lasted over 30 years. In Stalin's time, it eventually ended after millions had died. That was the Soviet Union. That was the Soviet Union. That was the Soviet Union of 1929.
Godzilla was hopping around Tokyo City like a big playground, when suddenly Batman burst from the shade and hit Godzilla with a bat grenade. Godzilla got pissed and began to attack, but didn't expect to be blocked by Shaq, who proceeded to open up a can of Shaq Fu when Aaron Carter came out of the blue and he started beating up Shaquille O'Neal. Then they both got flattened by the Batmobile, but before he could make it back to the Batcave, Abraham Lincoln popped out of his grave and took an AK-47 out from under his hat, flew Batman away with a rat-a-tat-tat, but he ran out of bullets and he ran away, because Optimus Prime came to save the day. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny, comprised bad guys and explosions, as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Godzilla took a bite out of Optimus Prime, like Scruff McGruff took a bite out of crime, and then Shaq came back covered in a tire track, but Jackie Chan jumped out and landed on his back, and Batman was injured and trying to get steady when Abraham Lincoln came back with a machete, but suddenly something caught his leg and he tripped. Indiana Jones took him out with his whip. Then he saw Godzilla sneaking up from behind, and he reached for his gun, which he just couldn't find, cause Batman stole it and he shot and he missed, and Jackie Chan deflected it with his fist. Then he jumped in the air and he did a somersault while Abraham Lincoln tried to pull a fault onto Optimus Prime, but they collided in the air. Then they both got hit by a Care Bear stare. This is the ultimate showdown, ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions, as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown. Angels sang out in an immaculate chorus. Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris, who delivered a kick which could shatter bones into the crotch of Indiana Jones, who fell over on the ground, writhing in pain, as Batman changed back into Bruce Wayne. But Chuck saw through his clever disguise, and he crushed Batman's head in between his thighs. Then Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight, and Benito Mussolini and the Blue Meanie, and Cowboy Curtis and John B. the Genie, Robocop, the Terminator, Captain Kirk and Darth Vader, Lopan, Superman, every single Power Ranger, Bill S. Preston and Theodore Logan, Spock, the Rock, Doc Ock, and Hulk Hogan all came out of nowhere, lightning fast, and they kicked Chuck Norris in his cowboy ass. It was the bloodiest battle that the world ever saw, with civilians looking on a total loss. The fight raged on for a century, many lives were claimed, but eventually the champion stood. The rest saw the better, Mr. Rogers in a bloodstained sweater. This is the ultimate showdown, ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions, as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown. This is the ultimate showdown. This is the ultimate showdown, ultimate destiny.
And go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Why can't you do that?